Howdy folks, I am Ruzkiel and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. In the last episode, Nagito started taking away my case summary minigame from me, so screw him. We found out, we had the panic attack action with Gundam and found out his hamsters like to press Nekomaru's buttons, and now we're building a foundation on corpses. So let's finish this off and see if we do get our case summary, or if we go right to the vote. Now, trample this life! Trample it, as though it were mere trash on the side of the road! Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands! Oh, here's our closing argument. So, I guess we do get this. Alright, so, it depends on what we have here. So we got the doorknob came off, he woke up at some time, Nekomaru was dangling, everything associated with the doorknob, hamster, and murder. So, who set the alarm clock? What is... oh, that's... I gotta read it. Who was in the lounge at the early morning? What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? Well, there's the murderer and hamsters with super necromancy powers. Awesome. Nekomaru's weakness is his good night, but... okay, so here we go. We've got... let's see, he's setting the alarm and tying the loop around Nekomaru, putting it on the doorknob. Right there. Next page, the killer destroyed what after leaving the tower? Well, he destroyed the button, so that's not going to be it. Press the Great Tower button. He's in Great Tower. Oh, in order to set up the murder scene. So he sees him suspended there. What was the fake weapon left at the tower? That would have been the hammer. He can't get back to the lounge. Lounge rings off. Who gathered at the lounge? Nothing there. He's suspended in midair. The alarm goes off. He's struggling. Why did Nekomaru fall? Because the doorknob came off. And who heard the rumbling noise? These folks did. I guess that's it for that stock. The hamster pressed it. That was back towards Nekomaru's weakness with the malicious hamsters of doom. Kiss the pillar, damn it. When you press the button to Great Hall, there's a huge hammer. So that was the killer. Nope, he destroyed the button. Not that. What was the fake? Here's our hammer. Let's see what else we got. Meet up to the lounge. Here we go. Killer, Kaz, and Fuyuhiko. So they're leaving two stock in place. Interesting. Interesting take. Akane also heard the sound from her room. Alarm set for 5:30 a.m. It's 5 a.m. right now, so that would have been near the beginning. Who set the alarm? Who set the lounge's alarm clock? It's 2:4. Well, that certainly ain't the case. No. Shoot. Well. Darn. Okay. Maybe I thought that was going to be one of these. Set the alarm for 5... oh, he couldn't... okay, duh. It would make sense for that one to be way early in the morning. It threw me off because it gave such a specific time. I guess I didn't think about the fact that it had to have been before 5, because that's when Fuyuhiko was up. Who was in the lounge since early morning? That would have been Fuyu. What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? Alarm set for 5:30. It's 5 a.m. right now. I mean, it says what time, so I'm going to go with it. Alright, cool. Oh, wow. 3 were left. The door to Strawberry Hall got destroyed. That was... yeah. Right here. And... there was something else at the back end, wasn't there? No, I guess not. Where's my last one? Is that it? I guess that was it. Who was in the lounge? That would have been Fuyu. There we go. It definitely makes it more interesting when there's more stock that doesn't get used. It definitely makes that minigame a little more interesting to do. Okay, so let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Oh, you were supposed to use the time from the Grape House clock in that panel to figure out the fact that it was 2:40 in the Strawberry House time. Okay. I didn't actually pay attention to the time. I was thinking about, I was going too fast for my own good. Well, I mean, even if I weren't rushing, I probably wouldn't have paid much attention to it. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final dead room. Trippy. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. Why does it look like his head is on backwards in that one?
Great beasties, what's happened to his head?
It's on backwards.
There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. I kind of like how they make him look all ragged because, again, he's totally starving. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m. That's also the same time Monokuma Taichi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. So, I guess this kind of answered the question that he actually moved like a robot. I was always under the assumption that he actually kind of moved still like pretty much like a human, given the sprites and whatnot. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. and there, Gambit threw out live explosive hamsters, but the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, good God, yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna have to incorporate that into the title at this point. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the goodnight button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m., so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with... Oh, I kind of thought he was going somewhere with that statement. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it from the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering Strawberry Tower, and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. And they returned to Grape Tower. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor to the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. Maintaining that perception. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out. The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. And to avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully, with the strength of 5 gorillas. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you. What's with the feminine sprite on Gundam? That was a little weird. Ha 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 ha! Splendid! Ha 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 ha! That was splendid! For a mere human, you did quite well! Stop. Stop it already. Stop using weird words to avoid the truth, or I'll friggin' kill you myself! I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe it. You killed Nekomaru. I cannot believe something like that. You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret? Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes! Let the voting time begin! Wow, everyone's taken everyone's stuff. Nagito's taken my case summary. Gundam's taken let's get to the voting from Monokuma. Interesting. I was expecting to have a much rougher... Rank B? Damn, I thought I did a little bit better than that. Shoot. I mean, okay, so 10 and 13. I wonder, okay, because... Okay, I had one real bad non-stop debate, and I had one real bad, well, selecting the octagon. But I thought there was, more? No, I thought there was less between those two than between 10 and 13. Anyway, not important. Let's just get going. This result isn't all that exciting. Oh. No. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna record 3. In the next episode, we'll do the post-trial for Gundam Tanaka. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Farewell.